Hi, so today I wanted to showcase a new set of cards that was just revealed in the OCG this week. It's gonna change not only the way that we build ritual beasts, but also the way that most decks are built coming July this year. Alright, so a new archetype that got announced for the OCG is called Fiendsmith. And this is a series of light fiend monsters that are going to be released in Infinite Forbidden, and I believe that's releasing right soon for the OCG, but for us in the TCG will come out on July of this year. And July, remember, Ritual Beast cards get released on June, so this will be 1 month after the deck is released, no? So let me show you why this engine is going to be so relevant competitively in Yu-Gi-Oh! Coming to July for us in the TCG. We'll scroll down, there's a couple of cards I want to go over, and I'm going to link to this whole article in the description below if you want to go over the rest of the cards, but I'm just going to cover the cards that we're going to be using for the engine. The first one here is called the Fiendsmith. And this card, what we care about here is the fears and the tier effect. The first one say, you can discard this card to add a Fiendsmith spell or trap from the deck to the hand. Alright? And the tier one, if this card is in the graveyard, we can shuffle one other like fiend monster from the graveyard into the deck or extra deck and special summon the card. Alright? So when it's in the hand, you discard it, search a spell or trap as Fiendsmith spell or trap, and when it's in the graveyard, we can shuffle another like fiend monster back into the extra deck or back into the deck and special summon him from the grave. So this will add a Fiendsmith spell or trap. So let's go down, and again, if you want to check the whole article, you can see that in the description below. This will search Santuns. And this spell, what we care about here is the Fierce effect here. If you control no face-up monsters, special summon one Fiendsmith token. And this is a like Fiend token, level 1. And also, as you can see here, you cannot declare attack for the rest of the turn, but it does not offer any sort of restrictions, which is important part. This doesn't log you into fiends, doesn't log you into light monsters, nothing whatsoever. So this will special summon a Fiendsmith token. That, as I mentioned earlier, is a fiend light monster, no? So here's where the tier part of the whole engine comes into play, and that will be our link 1 right here. This is a Requiem, the Fiendsmith Requiem, and this requires 1 like fiend monster, so you can make it with the token. The important part of this monster is the line right here that say, during the main phase, you can tribute this card to special summon a Fiendsmith monster from your hand or deck. And this effect is important because he can special summon a Fiendsmith monster. And the Fiendsmith up here happen to be a Fiendsmith monster. So let me show you better how this works. So if we go here to EDO Pro, you're gonna start your combo, you're gonna play probably a whole playset or the Fiendsmith. We're gonna activate the Fiendsmith effect, and remember, we discard him from the hand to add a Fiendsmith spell or trap, no? And we're gonna add Santun, that's the one that creates the token, no? We have no monsters on the field. We activate Santun, summon our token, and now with our like fiend token, we can make the link 1, no? And the link 1 can activate the effect to special summon a Fiendsmith from the deck, and the Fiendsmith is a fiend. It's a Fiendsmith monster, no? And now in the graveyard, we can activate the other effect of the Fiendsmith that allows to return a like fiend monster back into the extra deck or back into the deck to special summon him from the grave. So we're gonna put Requiem back into the extra deck, and we're gonna special summon the Fiendsmith. Now we have 2 level 6 in the field without putting any sort of restrictions into our turn. I mean, we cannot attack, but if you are going first, you're not gonna do that regardless, no? 2 level 6 without any sort of restriction, and we haven't Conductor normal summon yet. Now there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card that exists that is a rank 6 monster that requires fiends, and that is or DDD Wake High King Caesar. And this card is very important because Wake High King Caesar has an effect that when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated that includes the effect of special summon a monster, you can detach one material from this card to negate the activation. And you will know that this card has the ability to stop Nibiru, since Nibiru includes the ability to stop a monster, to special summon a monster. And the important part about this effect too is that if you don't get Nib, it basically just becomes a part of your Embor that is a negate, which is insane. And as I mentioned before, it requires 2 Fiend monsters. But basically it's a way for any combo deck to play through Nibiru. And without requiring a normal summon or anything else. And the worst case scenario, if you don't get Nib, you just basically keep playing your turn as if nothing happened, no? Now something interesting with this is that you also have access to other rank 6. I remember before we also talked about in one of the previous deck profiles I have, Journey to the Top, we also talk about Lars, and this is another card that you can go ahead and make with this. So it's just interesting because this card is going to play again, and coming July this year, you're gonna be able to make plays like this, and then if the opponent has Nib, Wake High King Caesar basically just check the Nib for you. We don't haven't logged you onto anything or conducted your normal summon yet, no? So let's see how a deck list might potentially look like. So you will see I have the deck is a little different than the deck that I showcased in my last deck list video, as I have been playtesting some cards here and there. But for the most part, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna play three of the Fiendsmith, and we're gonna play 1 Sanctum. And in the extra deck, we're gonna play the Requiem, and we're also gonna play the Wake High King Caesar. And with this, basically, if you open any of the Fiendsmith, you summon King Caesar, and you are protected against Nibiru. And only that, if Nibiru comes down or not, this is actually a 2 negates, because he negates by detaching. So you can go ahead and protect yourself from Nib, and your opponent's turn, you can disrupt anything that they have that will summon a monster, especially summon a monster into the field. So it's really, really good disruption. Not to mention they also destroy. So it's really, really good disruption, and also just a way to insulate yourself from Nibiru. So I think this is going to be a deck that's going to be including more decks. Now, something interesting with the Ritual Beast deck too is that we play Shifter, and Shifter does collide with the Fiendsmith. So that's something we have to keep in mind in deck building. Our last thing I want to mention about the Fiendsmith is something that's not so much for us if you want to play Ritual Beast player, for Ritual Beast player, but if you're looking to make more use of the Fiendsmith as an engine, or if you're planning to play with another deck, like I know there's been a lot of people talking about Musketeers and Fables. There is a card that I haven't seen anybody mention yet that I think is important to consider too, and it's one of the cards in the Fiendsmith Archetype is this spell that is basically a Rhoda for 1 like Fiend monster. And there is a Fiend monster that I haven't seen anybody talking about yet, and I always think effects like this are very interesting because this card is going to play they go in and out formats. But a light Fiend monster is Santa Claus. It's a Fiend light monster, level 6. And you can special summon from the hand to your opponent's side of the Fiend defense position by attributing 1 monster they control. So it's basically a Kaiju that will be searchable with this archetype. So that's something we can keep in mind if you're planning to play this deck. This may be a card that you might want to start looking into. Maybe get a copy, maybe to keep in the side deck. If you're planning to get into try to play one of the like Fiend monsters, regardless if it is the Fiendsmith deck or if it's something like Fables or Musketeers. So with all this in mind, I just wanted to showcase this and the decklist that we have, and this is very likely new engine that will be included into the deck, just because Nibiru is so impactful. They want to have a way to counter that. And worst case scenario, you have a monster with 2 disruptions in your opponent's turn, which is still really good. So last, I want to thank you for watching. I really hope you find this informative. I think it's going to be very interesting coming July to see how many decks adapt this engine, because I think it's really good. If you are not locking to anything, you don't even conduct your normal summon, and you have immediately 2 interruptions in the field, not to mention the Nibiru protection too. So it's going to be very interesting when July comes around. So if please you like the video, really appreciate you leave a like. If you like to subscribe. It's amazed me that you guys have been supporting the channel so much lately, and I really appreciate it. I don't have much time to make these videos, to be honest, and it really motivates me to use whatever time I have to keep making videos for you guys. So with all this in mind, I want to thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.